The summer sun was high over the lake cabin, shimmering on the water like molten gold, as Karen, audacious as ever, decided to escalate her harassment. This time, she called the cops because my wife had ignored a minor HOA shed fine, assuming that her complaint could force compliance. She could not have been more wrong. What she didn't know was that my wife was involved in signing off on FBI raids, trained to anticipate audacity, and ready to respond strategically to any intrusion. The alert came instantly from our cabin's advanced security system. Cameras tracked Karen's approach while Max growled low, patrolling the perimeter, ready to intercept any reckless attempt at intrusion. Every inch of the property had been fortified with multiple layers of security, anticipating her audacious antics. Karen arrived, phone in hand, shouting into the device with self-assured authority. "They need to remove the shed. This is illegal," she barked, believing that her audacity alone could coerce law enforcement into action. My wife stepped forward, calm but commanding, holding herself with the precision of someone trained for high-stakes operations. "This is private property," she said firmly. "The HOA does not have authority over this residence, and any attempt to enforce irrelevant fines will be met with legal and tactical consequences." Karen's audacity collided instantly with reality. She had underestimated preparation, authority, and the ability to respond decisively. She expected fear, negotiation, or retreat, but none of those reactions occurred. My wife, strategically positioned with Max at her side, ensured that the property boundary was impossible to breach without consequence. Karen attempted to argue and manipulate, raising her voice and waving her phone, hoping to compel action from local law enforcement. But the moment they arrived, responding to her 911 call, the truth became unmistakable. Surveillance footage, security logs, and precise documentation showed that the shed was legally compliant. The property was private, and Karen's audacious attempt to coerce compliance had no legal standing. Her frustration grew, escalating into panic. Her audacity, once bold and confident, became her undoing. Every reckless attempt, every overconfident assertion, and every attempt at intimidation had been anticipated, documented, and countered. Karen was now fully exposed, legally vulnerable, and humiliated. By evening, calm had returned to the lake cabin. Max patrolled vigilantly while my wife and I reviewed the security footage. Every precaution, every defensive measure, and every contingency had worked flawlessly. Karen had retreated powerless, her audacity neutralized completely. Sarah and I reflected on the day's events. Every attempt to manipulate, intimidate, or trespass had been countered with strategy, authority, and foresight. Karen's reckless boldness had met decisive consequences, leaving her exposed and fully documented. As the sun set over the lake, casting fiery reflections across the water, the property, the shed, and the family sanctuary stood serene, secure, and untouchable. Karen's audacity had collided with preparation, legal authority, and tactical foresight, and been utterly defeated. The lake cabin, the property, and the family sanctuary remained a permanent testament to vigilance, strategy, and decisive enforcement of boundaries. Audacity without preparation, authority, and legal grounding carries consequences far beyond expectation. Karen had learned that recklessness meets decisive retribution when faced with strategy and foresight.